So we get to the final part of my review of the John Byrne's run on Fantastic Four. Now we get this annual. I can pronounce it right. The Fantastic Four annual 19, and has a crossover with the Avengers. Now, this story has to do with the scrolls. There's some great stuff like this intro with no so much dialogue, and it has the story with the scrolls. It is again a good story, but the highlight of this is that Marvel did a really cool thing. Here we have like the crossover, and these scenes will appear also on another issue that is collected here, that is the Avengers Annual 14. It has the same exact story, except this time the Avengers point of view of it. It is different, of course, this first part, but when they meet the Fantastic Four team, like here, same scene, we get the same pages. It is a different artist, but the breakdowns are the same. This will happen in all pages that come after. Look at this sequence. We have the same one here. Another colorist, another artist, same breakdowns, same dialogues. It is weird. I'm not weird. It is remarkable. The story has these again different beginnings, equal middle section, and different endings because it's different points of view. Now for issue 286, we got like a finale for Phoenix. Phoenix is a character that supposedly dead. Until this point, she died on X-Men. John Byrne was the artist on X-Men, and now he's the writer and artist on Fantastic Four. And I don't know why, but he decided to take this plot from X-Men and giving it a new beginning or ending it on this series in one issue. This issue is an example of how much you can tell in one issue in around 22 pages or so. It is a good one, or maybe weird one, some decisions, but at the end she comes back, stays with the Avengers, and there's like an announcement of this new series, X Factor, that will be starting in issue number 1. Now we get a two-parter that finally solves all our answers about Doom. Is he dead? If he was dead, how will he come back to life? Why was he on Secret Wars 1? All of this, it will be solved on this two-parter. Now the second part, it is a great issue, one of the greatest issues of these best issues of this whole run. It is the second part of the story, but you can understand it anyway without the first one. So if you want to look up for this one, it has to be under. It has to explains everything. Some comic magic happens here. It is a great issue because of all the explanations it does. It feels like an ending to the run. It is not officially, but it feels like it. Now we get another arc where we got a trip to the negative zone. Nick Fury needs help from Reed Richards. Blaster comes back, and we got like the return of a character that maybe was dead, Annihilus. It is finally reborn with the help of the Fantastic Four, and this another two-parter, great cover for me at least. Like the colors, I cover a first page, great first page. The colors, the title font, that big and short title, it is great. Annihilus, victorious. I just think it is a great. Not great, but it is a cool story. It reads well. Byrne now uses less panels and bigger ones. And also, in the story, it seems like Reed kills Annihilus, kills himself, and the team is like on 1936. And the next issue is that the team on this year, but from a moment they are on the present and again on the past. And what's happening? That's like the mystery. There's a new character also, that appears. She-Hulk befriends him. Does he has to do anything with this story? I don't know. Another interesting thing is like Saw Reed die. So she thinks about this, and for the first time there's like a flashback of the whole life of them. And there's this little aspect of it that Sue was 12 years old and she looked up to Reed Richards with lovely eyes at that time, and in the end they got married. I think this was retcon. I don't know if at the time they made anything with this plot point, but it is an interesting plot point. And if nothing was done with this, it is a little sad that was a retcon, because it is a nice starting point to make, I don't know, some interesting stories, like some of the past issues, like the hero issue with the kid dying, trying to emulate the Human Torch, or other issues. It was a plot point left by Byrne, maybe, and it would have been nice to explore a little more. We got Nick Fury saying like, hey, it's 1936, why don't I go kill Hitler? And he will do it. Maybe, if FF stop him, or maybe won't. Again, awesome cover. I really like it. The story is interesting. Again, for Nazis are always entertaining as villains. And in the end, we got a typical revelation, maybe now, in the plot twist. And the revelation that Reed was alive, they explain why, how that happened, and all. And the arc is closed. Maybe like 4 issues was it? Yeah, like 4. Like 2 mini arcs of 2 issues and 1 big arc of 4. And then we got the final arc, and Byrne just scripts this one, and then he's out because he was going to work on DC. on Superman. This issue has this black force field that through some inspections seems like time passes in a different way. And here the Fantastic Four team discover that a futuristic city inside of it and a statue of them. And it's like, what? And yeah, and the plot twist maybe at first is that it's like a whole civilization based around them. Because this civilization thinks that there is nothing out there. Like the Earth is on year, I don't know, but the future. They are like heroes, but then like the big leader thinks there's a problem that they are alive. So, like your troubles begins. It is also an interesting story. I think Ryan Stern or Mackenzie, I don't remember, ended doing the scripts. Again, a sci-fi story for the Fantastic Four this time. Well, 3 issues. Byrne just and the first one, he went to Superman, and this is like the end of the run. There's no whole plan, an end game to it. Anything is just another arc. Huh? Next issue will be coming the return of Ben Grimm, maybe, but I don't really know. I haven't read next issues. Now we have included here the last Galactus story, and this was serialized on the Epic magazine from Marvel. The coloring is different. I like it. It looks like it is not a regular mainstream comic. The layout is different, the panel layout. And that's all the good stuff I have to say about this story, because it really bored me. Maybe if Byrne had started it at the end of his run, like on 86 instead of 84, it could have been better, because sometimes all this text tries to be poetic and it just bored me, but maybe someone like it. I like the drawings. I know that. Yeah, I can recommend it, and also it doesn't have an ending, so. But if you just want to watch and see the drawings, you could do that, because they are good. They are really good sci-fi drawings. And the coloring, I like the coloring also. I mean, it looks like it is from the 80s, but it also looks like it's not mainstream. It is different. It is a graphic novel. I think that is what this was called at the time. But again, this story doesn't end. Here is the announcement of the last issue part, and Marvel didn't publish it because Epic was cancelled, I think. Now we have a what if issue as an extra. What if the Fantastic Four had not gained their superpowers? And it is what it is, a what if issue. Then we have this special, like, retelling in a Kirby way, the origin of Namor. Again, not really that interesting. Some pinups. Cool. And this one is a funny one, I think, but not the issue itself. It is like a backup story with the Thing reading the main story of the issue and saying like, what the he goes to Marvel and complaints. Tell the story right and that kind of stuff, and really violent, really angry band. The artist, Byrne, the editor, and Ashanti. And it is a funny one. Also funny ones, John Burns draws this one. Draws this one and has Superman and the Fantastical Four. It is a funny one to visit. Short, also like 8 pages. Some Christmas special. And let's see what else. Another What Day, I think there's another What Day. And a roast. And also, that's John Byrne on a comic about how he draws really fast and burns the pages. And also doesn't draw backgrounds. And again, more funny bits. Here starts some extra material like interviews and covers made by Byrne that are not for the Fantastic Four series, but that's the pinup that inspired the story of, I don't know, around here. Pages that were not used, how to draw the thing, extra material, pinups, wallpapers, pages and posters and that kind of stuff. Really great coloring for that one. And also I like a lot one cover. I don't know if I will find it now, but it is collected. This what the covers are. I like it. I like them like another kind of drawing style. This one is funny. And the Invincible Woman just wearing an eye patch, and everyone looking. What the? Yeah, funny. Funny one. Anyway, some more character designs or like cards, or I don't know, trading card games or collectibles. Some pages that were not are unused. Covers from some other books. So that was the John Byrne's run of Fantastic Four. It is a long one, 6 years, highs and lows. I think there's just one issue that I hated with passion. A lot of ones that I like, and some great ones like the trial of Reed Richards. Yeah, from this I can see the Hitler one. I like the cover. This one was like an ending, so remarkable. The Johnny one, I like what he did here, but not any issue in particular stands out for itself. The She-Hulk one, this arc, what happened to Sue here, and the first story on that She-Hulk presentation issue, and the trial, of course. And well, I think I have mentioned from the other Omnibus also what issues did I like the most. But that's it. That's the whole run. That's my overview. Hope you like it. And stay tuned for more.